Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about TJackFX's The Amazing Spider-Man 2 accessories. I don't know what to call them. Accessories? Urethane pieces? I don't know. Accessories. Oh no. Yeah, so the first back spider kind of broke in transit. Not exactly sure how that happened or why it happened. I contacted TJack about it. He said it was perfectly fine when he boxed it up. And just, I don't know, when I opened it up, it came in broken. Luckily though, TJack is an amazing person, and he just sent me a new one free of charge, and that one came in just as good, if not better, because it's not broken. But besides the broken back spider, the front spider, the finger pads, and the web trigger came out beautifully. The colors, flexibility, just overall, it was perfect for this suit, and that kind of means I got the fabrics and everything pretty spot on, so it's pretty good. Now, before I could just glue on everything, I wanted to make some modifications to certain pieces. Now, on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, the front spider has a little shiny, outline to its edge. That's just so the spider could pop more. And that spider is screen printed, so I had to kind of find a way, or actually, correctly, the way found me on how to make the edges of the spider a little more shiny. So I have to give a huge thanks to the Amazing Spider Lab. He reached out to me when I posted about the urethane spider, and he gave me this tip on how to make it shine. He recommended me this clear coat paint varnish thingy. I think it's used for leather. He said to clean the spider with acetone and then apply the clear coat to the edges. And it worked out great. It turned out super nice, but I kind of messed up on a couple of things. The first thing I kind of messed up on is I don't think I used a strong enough acetone. I just kind of bought a run-of-the-mill cheapest acetone I could find on Amazon, and I don't think that just kind of benefited anything. And secondly, he also said that the clear coat can rub off if you handle the spider a lot and touch it. And I applied the clear coat before I glued on the spider, so me touching the spider and stuff as I'm trying to glue it on, it just kind of caused it to rub off. So if you're gonna do this method, I would recommend doing the clear coat after you apply the spider onto your suit, and then just be extra careful about it. Also get the right acetone. Don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes. Now, another modification I wanted to make was to the web trigger. Now, on the actual suit, the web trigger has a black outline on it. TJack's does not. It just has the full web trigger all in red. So I decided I would trim off the edges that were supposed to be black and then later just puff paint them to be black. It worked out okay, but we'll get to that in a second. But besides those two modifications, the only real thing I did was just trim everything and wipe off all of the I don't know if it's baby powder or something that's on the backings of it, so it can come off and it won't stick everywhere. I wiped a little bit off that just so that, you know, when I glued it on, it'd be nicer. For gluing on the spiders, I would highly recommend grabbing a piece of cardboard and then measuring your chest and your waist circumference, your chest and waist circumference, and then dividing it by 2 and cutting the cardboard into like a t-shirt shape almost. That way, when you put the cardboard into the shirt, it would be actually to your measurements and not like just guessing and seeing if it'll fit or it'll be too stretched out. Then using Loctite gel, I actually wouldn't recommend using Loctite gel. I would actually recommend using this. This was recommended by TJackFX, says it works great. Use that instead. I glue down the spiders going from the main body to like all of the legs, slowly just gluing them down and, you know, trying to make them stay in shape that, you know, it came in. Next up was to glue down the finger pads. That's pretty simple. I just put on the glove and laid down a little bit of super glue and just stuck it on each appendage onto each finger, just one by one. After that, it was time to glue on the web trigger. Again, same kind of principle. Put on the glove, stick some glue onto the web trigger, and just try to place it nicely so you can do the little thwip thing. What is this? Is this just called the Spider-Man hand? The web shooter? I don't know. And then after gluing on the web trigger, I also went around it with some metallic black puff paint just so it can match everything else on here. I went around the border as best as I could in the shape of the actual web trigger used on the suit. And it didn't turn out perfectly, but it still works. I still got the basic shape. You know, when you look far away from it, it looks fine. And sometimes up close it looks okay. But, you know, who's really going to be looking at my hand? You know, it's just a small detail that I decided to add. And just like that, everything was glued on. Yeah, not really much to say about it. It was just unboxing all of TJack's stuff and gluing it onto the suit. And I mean, for my second time, like, having urethane spiders and urethane accessories, I'd say I did a pretty darn good job this time around. My first time around with my Spider-Man No Way Home suit, I was a little scared, and gonna be honest, gluing didn't turn out perfectly. Some spots really started to peel off. But this time around, I feel like I did a really good job, and I'm proud of myself. Now that everything is finally glued on, it's gonna stay on there. I'm gonna have to fix this in a little bit, but you know, that's not a big deal. I can finally get to the last part of this build, which is the shoes and the soles. It's gonna be a learning process because I've never done this kind of thing before. But you know, hopefully it'll turn out great and you guys can learn along with me through these videos. Why? And then besides that, I have a couple things I want to fix, and I'll make a whole other video about the small things that I adjusted to the suit because I do want to make some adjustments, just random things, and I'll make a separate video for that, for you guys to kind of know what I did to it before the big reveal video comes out. So you guys get 3 more videos after this one about the TASM 2 suit, and then we'll get on to the making of the Raimi suit, which I am also getting more and more excited for the more I start to plan everything out. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this. I was thinking like maybe later this month, but it's starting to look like more like at the end of September, but who knows, we'll see. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, funny thing, that message I got on my phone as I was recording, turns out it was the stuff for the things I'm gonna make mold and cast the shoes in. I didn't know it was coming today, so that was a nice surprise.